Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria. So today I'm going to show you how I made a leprechaun topper. These will be cute on top of a milkshake, cakes, well, pretty much anything, or even by themselves. So these are going to be all the clays that I'm going to be using in today's video. Do not freak out. I'm just going to need a little bit of each. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to blend some brown and white because I want to make a skin color. Once I have my clay well kneaded, then I'm going to make two balls. One, I'm just going to put it to the side. I want to make sure to keep it nice and soft, so I'm going to just put it inside this little clear black bag that I have here. So this is important. This tool right here is, if you do not have a one of these baker's tool, you can just use a pencil. And the only reason I'm just doing this is just because that's going to help me guide. It's going to guide me where to add his little eyes and his nose and what have you. Do not worry, that would eventually disappear. So right now I'm just doing is making a little nose, and I'm going to put it in the center of where I added my little line with, and then right there in between, not in between, I'm sorry, on each side, then I'm just going to make a little hole with another tool, and you can use a toothpick, and that's where I'm going to be adding his little eyes. So after I add his eyes, I am going to be making his mouth. Now for the next part, if you do not have one of these tools, that's fine. I'm going to show you how to make one out of a straw. And it's very simple and easy, and that's what we're going to be using for his mouth. We want him to have a little smile. So now that the leprechaun has his little smile, we're going to start doing his ears. And to make these ears, all you want to do is just make a little teardrop, grab your tool, and then just place it on top and pull back. Now the little line that I made where I added his eyes and nose, it will still be there, but it'll slowly start fading away. So I use that as a guide to make sure that I lined everything up and make sure that his eyes or ears are not crooked. Now to make his beard, all I did is make small little strips, and then I just made the letter 6 and added that all the way around. I chose not to give him hair. I just wanted him to have a full beard, and I was hesitating to give him a little mustache, but I was like, nah, I think a beard would be just fine. So to make his hat, all I did was to make a marshmallow shape, and I used my tool again, dented on the top of it, and then separately made the bottom of his hat. So I'm going to use my clear block, and I'm going to just flatten the bottom part of his hat. Then I'm going to place both of them together, and I want to add like a black strip going around the hat where both of these two connect to each other, just so I won't be showing that. And I also want to add a leaf clover. Now I am going to be using ones from Play Code 3 from their confetti collection, and I think just with that would be just cute because I wanted to make a clover out of clay, but I don't have really small fingers for that, and I was afraid that I wasn't gonna come out good, so I figured, why not use one of Play Code 3 clovers, and it actually turned out really cute. So I will show you just in a second, and I'm also gonna add my Play Code 3 code at the bottom, so if you want to go on over and do a little shopping, you can use that as well. And here he is, isn't he looking cute? So now I'm going to be making his body, and it is also very easy. This part actually, I think it took me like, I would say no more than 30 minutes, and that was only because I kept stopping. It doesn't really help when you're watching something on the TV. So really easy here. I did a almost marshmallow type of shape, but then I flattened it You can flatten as much as you want. It's totally up to you. And then I just went ahead and added his coat. This is very easy and simple. Now I have a clay flexible cutter, which I love to use. If you do not have one, you can use a regular knife, but in this case, I prefer to use my clay cutter. Now you want to also be careful not to cut your fingers or anything like that, because they are, sharp. Then again, any knife is, right? So as you can see here, all I did is just cut the sides, and then I just leafed it over. Want to make sure that wherever you place it is where you're going to want it, because once those two clays come together, pulling them apart will be a little difficult. Not that you can't, but you will be mixing it up and just making like a hot mess. So I went ahead and just those corners I just leaped it over, and that was the part of his jacket, and add a little couple of buttons on there. And all I have to do now, what I'm doing right now, those are going to be his legs, and I'm just going to place those to the side, and then I'm going to make the rest of his top body, which is just the arms, and the same color that I use for his jacket. Obviously I'm going to make them out of his arms. Now when I came to making his hands, those were a little too hard. Not as hard, but only because they're so small and I was handling them with a pair of scissors. So if you are going to be doing this, please be careful, because you can get cut, and I would hate for you to get cut. So if you're anything like me, like watching TV when you're doing your fake bakes, this is when the one time I advise you not to look at the TV. But yeah, all I did here was do like a little egg shape, and then just as you can see with my fingers, I was just pressing it down as small as I wanted his hands to be. And then I grab a pair of small scissors, sharp at that too. And now when I went to do his thumb, do not cut all the way, because you don't want to cut it. All you are trying to do is just separate the thumb away from the rest of his hand, and then just do little lines, as you can see here, and that was it. These are actually simple. I'm gonna try to see if next time when I do a hand, or I can make it a little bit bigger, because I don't know if you can really see that well, because they are a little small. So I don't know if you're watching this over your phone or on your laptop or on TV. I know on TV, obviously, the bigger the screen, the better, and the more you can see. But I know that I do when I make my videos, I usually watch them on my phone, and sometimes it's hard to see. But I'll try to keep that in mind in the future. When I make something, try to bring it closer to the camera. I know I am bad at that. I try to remind myself that that it's hard. Sometimes people watch the videos through their phones, and it's hard for them to see. But anyway, moving on. So here with his shoes, all I did was just again made a little egg shape, and then just press it down and add him. And here he is so cute, adorable. I love how he actually turned out. Now here, if you do have one of these bears, I also got them from Playcode. Just can add that. You can add them, like I said earlier, on top of an ice cream. You can ice cream cone. You can add them to your cakes and what have you. I think he looks so cute. I love that little beer can. Anyways, my friends, so as you can see, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for stopping by, and until the next video, stay safe, be kind, bye.